Where are we going?
This is how the last one started.
Oh, this is how the last one started. This is how they are going to start, apparently. because this is where we're going. Where are we going?
We're going to Inverness.
And why are we going to Inverness?
Because we're going to see Duran Duran.
Gillian likes Duran Duran.
Gillian tolerates Duran Duran.
I love Duran Duran.
Of all the bands you listen to, that's the one I tolerate the most.
What's the one you don't like?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Yeah, there's quite a few that Gillian doesn't like that I quite like going to see. This is East Kilbride. This is the centre of the world.
This is the middle of nowhere.
And it's raining. So we're hoping to get up to Inverness in about 3.5 hours. Just before 3 o'clock. It's now 11:30 just now. And it'll be raining all the way up the road, and it'll probably be raining in the concert as well. So we're staying at the National in Dingwall, which is about 20 miles, 20 minutes out of Inverness. So we tried to get a room in Inverness for the concert, just for the night, and it was running between £250 and £300 for the night. And that was like a normal just room, as I say, but about 20 miles out, which shouldn't be too bad. We're going to travel 4 hours to get there, so another 20 minutes is not going to make much of a difference. Okay, who says we're going the wrong direction? Look, it's sunny, hardly any rain at all.
Blue skies.
I know, we'll like another 3 hours to go. So we'll probably go through snow, wind, hail, glorious sunshine, the whole lot.
Throwing a bit of thunder and lightning as well.
Scotland's one of these places where it doesn't matter what you do, you can get through all 4 seasons in one afternoon. I was going to say in a whole day, but in an afternoon you can do it. You know, even give it a couple of hours, you can do it as well. So we just passed by Falkirk, which is right in the middle of Scotland. So we're just heading up towards Stirling, which is where the Wallace Monument is, and William Wallace had one of his greatest victories. So we'll see if we can maybe pull off and see the Wallace Monument as we pass by.
We're just outside Pitlochry and we've come across the house of Bruar, and of all the times I've driven this road I've never actually stopped in here, so we thought we would have a look and see what it's about. There's a kind of farmer's market on today, but we're going to have a quick look and see what's inside. Google describes this as an upscale department store with classic tweed clothing, outdoor wear, gifts and a food hall. There's not much more information on their website. But it does let you shop the clothing on their website. They describe themselves as the UK's leading Scottish country clothing specialist. We never spent a lot of time in the clothing sections, but we did go through it to let you see it. I was more impressed with the actual food halls. while having a look around, I happened to stumble across the restaurant and couldn't believe the quality and standard of food that would be served in a restaurant in a place that is literally just off the motorway. This place is definitely not a service station, but the food in it looks pretty spectacular. The restaurant has like an internal section at the back, but also has like a greenhouse atrium which is all glass fronted with a spectacular view across the forecourt. We didn't stop for lunch in the restaurant, we went to the fish and chip shop, which you'll see in a minute, but the food looked pretty spectacular. And we wouldn't be in a Scottish tourist area if I didn't stop to show you the many varieties of gins and whiskies that are available. So we're at House of Bruar. We just pulled in off of the road. It's lovely. We just unfortunately don't have a lot of time for going round it because we're on a pretty tight time scale to get to Inverness. But we did stop for food. One of the other YouTube channels I watch has the mantra of when you're travelling, eat when you can, not when you want, because you never know when you're going to be able to stop and get your next meal. So we went into the fish and chip shop. It's gorgeous. I'm going to show you what we've got. We've just got fish and chips. This, we've already started unfortunately. We're sitting in a car because it's so busy. Just fish and chips. And it's really nice. The fish is really crispy and but moist at the same time. Chips are really freshly made, quite a high turnover because there's quite a lot of tourists and tourism in the area. Back on the road and heading for Inverness, we thought we'd let you see some of the gorgeous Scottish countryside. Because we were on such a tight schedule to get to the hotel and the venue, we didn't actually vlog any of the hotel. It was simply somewhere for us to sleep. We didn't eat in the hotel, but to be honest it wasn't the nicest of places. It was literally just somewhere to dump our stuff and go. This is the reception area. This is us checking out the following morning, and on the way out the door I thought I would just let you see what looks like a small conference room or function space, and directly opposite that is another small space. As you can see, it is slightly old-fashioned looking, very traditionally Scottish, with tartan. The outside of the building looks lovely, and there's actually a bar attached to the other side of it. We didn't go anywhere near it. I'm going to let you see a seagull that seems to have been there for the last 24 hours, extremely cheeky, hunting for food. And we're back on the road, back to Glasgow. This is Stirling Castle. So we're back in Glasgow, Steve. What has been your favourite bit about this weekend?
going to see Duran Duran. Of course it is. In the chucking rain.
Chucking rain.
And it was freezing as well.
I was just going to say then, what's been your least favourite bit?
Yeah.
The rain.
Yeah, the rain and the cold. And waiting in the bus on the way home. Although the entertainment of the folk fighting in the queue was quite good. And the sort of not very pleasant stories that we heard about folk in the stadium. But hey, it kept us happy.
Yeah, so it was the last minute. We were supposed to be walking from Inverness multi-storey car park up to the football stadium, and because I'd seen it was raining or due to rain, we looked at getting the shuttle bus from the bus station up to the stadium. Words aren't working today. But so did a lot of people, so when the gig was finished we came out and joined this massive queue of people, all of who had alcohol, and it just made the queue a bit interesting. A few choice words, few arguments, people trying to jump the queue, and people from all over the world, not just from Scotland, so yeah, a few clash of cultures I think somewhere along the line, but yeah, grateful to go on the bus.
Yeah. So half the buses were leaving half empty up the stairs, so it was a double-decker bus. So that went down well, and the folk that were in the queue, especially when it started raining, and half the upstairs of a bus was just leaving, and they said, what about them, what about them? They said, there's plenty of seats in there, so it nearly turned into a riot. Oh, good fun.
Great fun.
It probably would have been quicker walking into town, and probably a lot warmer as well.
The problem is that we weren't 100%, I know it was a straight road, but
It's full of a crowd.
we would have got lost.
Millions of folk getting back into Inverness.
And we would have got lost. We would have got lost, admit it.
Yeah,
So, we're nearly home. Woohoo!
I know.
I'm knackered. I am exhausted.
What's that? 4.5 hours?
Yeah.
We stopped off for fish and chips.
Again.
And we get strawberries and beef olives for dinner.
Wait till you see the beef olives. So we stopped off at House of Bruar, which you'll have probably have seen by now, and we went into the butcher section. They had these massive beef olives.
And everybody seemed to be buying them. We passed by and there was a setup on the till already, sort of flashing that somebody had bought a pair. And then we came back later on and the guy in front of us bought a couple, and there was 2 left, so we just nabbed them because they looked absolutely massive. The steak around them looked gorgeous, so just got to wait to see what the bite of the sausage is going to be like.
When we were in it yesterday, Stephen never gets far back as the butchery it was called, so I had wandered around a bit and I'd said to him, you need to come back and see this. So the food in it just looks amazing, so that was why we ended up back there. But yeah,
big bits of Serrano ham about that size. What was it for the whole Serrano ham? It was what, £595?
yeah, around about there.
Yeah. 100 grams, £18.95. Woof.
Yeah, we'll just stick to the beef olives.
Stick to the £3.95 ham at Morrison's a Flacco.
Does that mean we're going into Marks and Spencer's to get nice food to go along with the expensive beef olives?
I never said that. If you want. One set of beef olives from House of Bruar. Never had them last night, ended up having them tonight. Very stuffed after the fish and chips we had yesterday afternoon. So you've got to see the size of these things. Oh, every time I see them I go like that. I mean, that is huge. Isn't it? I mean, look, you can get House of Bruar paper to put it in. So, going to have one of them each with potatoes and green beans, of course. Love my green beans. And sweet corn.
When you put your hand out, it's the point of size of reference.
And yeah, I always do that. Size of reference, size of your hand. So, So, wee bit of gravy over the top of it. Halfway up, 40 minutes, 20 minutes in, you turn it over. And hopefully by that time the potatoes will be done. And we'll have a wee bit of mash as well. So, I'm sure we'll come back to you later on once it's been all done. Yay! Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's not a typical Thanksgiving dinner, but hey, we had beef olives for yesterday, so that's the way it goes. Happy 4th of July. I know maybe a wee bit late in relation to what we're posting, but it's all good. Everybody thinks I'm American anyway, so. Yeah, we were going to go to a big American diner tonight, but...
we bought beef olives instead.
Yeah, typical British food, so... We're going to dig in. Whoa!
Yay! Let's go!